Check out my brand new sound design course along with all of my samples and presets by using the links below. Alright, so I have this chord progression loop. It sounds cool. This is actually just a Vital patch I just made real quick. I just made this really quickly in Vital. Bounced that to audio just so I can have full control over it. It's a lot easier. So this synth loop, along with a couple of other things, they were just the first thing I really laid down in the song. I didn't end up using them in the drop at all, which is the main part of the video, but they led me in the direction nonetheless of the drop, which obviously sounds completely different from how the vibe of that chord loop is. I just want to get some type of drop idea down, you know? So this is C sharp major, so let's go down 3. All right, quick build up. I like to do just like a brief build up just so I can, it helps with the drop in my opinion because you can feel that anticipation. I think a vocal would fit great here, but I'm not gonna worry about that right now. We'll throw a top loop in, why not? And I think eventually I might make a sound from scratch just to make something really weird for a drop. I'm not too sure yet. Something. Okay, I want to get something weird. How would I go about making something weird, but high energy though? Dun, 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 dun. Let's take a synth shot of some sort. For me, when I use samples, I'm strictly thinking, how can I make this sound really weird? In certain cases. I really like these. RM? That's everything. Alright, not really what I'm looking for, but it's cool. So here I was just messing with those effects in the sampler section of FL Studio, the RM mix, I believe. And at this point, like I said, I just wanted to make something outlandish. And because I didn't really know what to do, so I figured, okay, let's just try a bunch of different things out. I've been doing that a lot recently, and I've been getting a lot of very interesting results, as you can tell. So that's what I was doing here. I don't really know what to do yet. Maybe I'll just start clicking around. What is the worst that can happen? It's a cool element. I'll maybe use it later. Maybe pitch it up. Don't know. We'll save it. So we're gonna take this note. Okay, new bass pattern. I think this is the moment that the song officially went in a different direction because I was no longer doing like a chord progression type of bass line. I was going to do a steady bass line like a club song, and that's when I just went all in. So I took a break from that song that I was making, and I wanted to make something weird. So I just grabbed the wavetable inside of Vital, threw on a shaper box, and I got something like this. This is just a start to something, so I'm going to make something in this, and then hopefully, if I make something cool, I'm going to transfer that back over to the other project. So in that project, I just made a few bass shots. Some of them aren't really basses, so to say, but things like that. So I added this one in there. And then I'm going to try to do something with this one. I feel like this could be like a cool melodic, like a weird melodic thing. Here, I'm going to switch this bass up a little bit, so... I kind of like this. Sounds cool. It sounds like it could, you know, be something where it's like weird like that. Maybe I could actually try I don't know, something like this seems like it could work. Why don't I put that into this? Oh, it kind of works. Just a lot of distortion, it sounds like. OTT, yeah. Oh, yeah, I had that too. It's kind of cool. It's like a weird drop. It needs a lot of tweaking. So I'm just doing a quick room reverb effect here. So a really short decay with high mix will just give the sound, I don't want to say it makes it fuller, but it just makes it sound a lot bigger, wider. And it's great to do it for vocal chops, and just, you can try it on a lot of different things. If your sound's a little dry, I like to just throw it on there and see how it sounds. I feel like it's close to being what I want. It's just not quite there yet. And this is where you can just get creative and just do random things, which is really fun to do. So let's do the pitch of that. So at this point, I was happy with all of the sounds that I had in there. I felt like they had potential to be the final ones that I used. And at this point, it was just about creativity and experimenting, more so experimenting, not creativity. Just trying a bunch of things. Whatever comes to mind, just try it. And if it works, keep it in there. If it doesn't, move on. I'll save that one. That sounds cool. This could go a lot of different ways. So I'm going to work on it for a little bit more, and then I'll be right back. Yeah, so I spent, let's see, I'm curious. Okay, so there's only 6 hours into this, but when I was editing back the first half of this, I kept saying I wanted something weird, which I think I achieved that a little bit. This sound is just grimy. I don't know what to call it. And you guys can listen to the entire thing on the full playback, but it is like the same elements. I did change up the rhythm a lot. I found that I was trying out so many different rhythms. You know, you accidentally place this there and that there, and it's a brand new rhythm. And then I had this one as well. That one's also cool. Maybe I'll use that one. And then there was... And then really, other than that, I think I pretty much showed everything when I was making it. So the bass is just going with this rhythm. It's in a similar rhythm to this. And then I added one more bass layer right here. So this is just like a little bit of a gritty layer that adds more, because this bass you can't really hear on your phone, I noticed. This added some more high-end mid to the basses. Now, as far as that main sound, the original synth shot sounds like this. I forget what it sounds like. Kind of sounds like a Future House bass in a way. Sort of. But the effects on here also, OTT. So we got 2 serum effects just in the filters, just messing about. I really can't explain it technically. Shaper box with a lot of distortion. And then there's some reverb sweeping automation, which you can hear right here. Just like that. And the pitch bends are also making a big difference, as you guys saw before. I was just messing around with it. And there's also one more synth as well I layered. Just a tonal percussion, and then I think I turned up some of these. I turned up the RM there too, so I was just messing about with that in the pre-computed effects. Cool to throw that on certain things just to get some cool sounds. And when I was just messing around early in the project, I had a bunch of like random things. Just like that. And then this thing right here, that was going to be the main thing in the drop. That I was going to do that, but I figured it's not really powerful enough in my opinion, so... And then once again, just a bunch of really small things that I just grabbed quickly from Nitric just to throw in there. When I felt like there was an empty space or a gap, I just tried to find a cool sound to fill it. And I also got this back in here. Great sound. Oh yeah, as far as this sound, I'm gonna use that for a future video. I'm gonna use that for a future video because I really like how that sounds. You know, it's just like a random sound because this has nothing to do with. But the pre-drop vocal fills, I did try a couple. Drop that loud now. Yeah, I'll just whip up like a quick build up just for the full playback, and then other than that, that's pretty much it. I had like Kirby in mind for this when I was making it. I'm like, this. I feel like this is something Kirby might make. Maybe not necessarily him, but that was my mindset. Whatever your thoughts are on this, I'm really curious what you guys think. So with that said, let's go through the full playthrough.